What if Samsung's next foldable doesn't just fold once, but twice, while staying almost as thin as the current Z Fold phones? Yeah, that's the crazy part, because a brand new leak is now claiming Samsung is secretly working on an entirely new hinge system for future Galaxy TriFold devices, and the goal is honestly insane. According to the leak, Samsung wants this massive trifold phone to become as thin as today's Galaxy Z Fold lineup. And if they actually pull this off, we might be looking at the biggest smartphone evolution since foldables first appeared. But there's one detail in this leak nobody is talking about, and it could completely decide whether this device succeeds or fails. So here's what's happening. A new report from a trusted Samsung insider says the company is actively developing a next-generation hinge specifically for future Galaxy trifold phones, not regular foldables, a real trifold. That means a device with two hinges and three screen sections that unfold into something almost tablet-sized. And honestly, the concept already sounds futuristic enough. But Samsung's real challenge has always been thickness, because current foldables are already thick compared to normal phones.
A brand new leak just appeared online, and even famous Samsung insider Ice Universe reacted to it, saying, "Interesting design." And honestly, once you see this, you'll understand why. Known leaker David Kowalski just shared patent-based renders of what could be the future Samsung Galaxy Z TriFold 2. But this isn't just another folding phone leak. The biggest surprise is hidden directly inside the hinge. According to the leak, Samsung may be working on a built-in S Pen slot placed right inside the middle hinge area. Yes, instead of carrying the stylus separately like current Fold devices, the pen could actually slide into the phone itself. And honestly, that changes everything. One of the biggest complaints with Samsung foldables has always been the S Pen storage situation. Users love the stylus, but hate needing a separate case just to carry it. This new design could finally solve that problem. The leaked renders show a massive trifold display with two folding sections and an almost tablet-sized screen when fully opened. In the center, you can clearly see the stylus sitting vertically inside the hinge mechanism. Now remember, this is currently patent-based, so Samsung may still change the final design completely before launch. But the fact that this concept is already being explored tells us Samsung is seriously thinking about the future of trifold devices. And what makes this even more interesting is the timing. Samsung is already preparing its first commercial trifold phone, and leaks like this suggest the company is experimenting with more premium and productivity-focused ideas for future generations. And if Samsung really manages to fit an S Pen inside a trifold hinge without making the device too thick, that would honestly be a huge engineering flex. For now, we'll have to wait and see if this design ever becomes a real product. But one thing is clear, Samsung's foldable future is about to get way more interesting. Now, looking closely at the sketches, you start noticing some key details. The outer display? It's not that tall, narrow shape we're used to. It's wider, more square, almost like a mini tablet even closed. That alone is a huge shift. Because let's be real, the biggest issue with foldables right now is that awkward outer screen. It works, but it never feels right. But here, Samsung seems to be fixing that. And it doesn't stop there. Leaks around the upcoming Fold lineup, especially what's rumored as the next generation Fold devices, suggest Samsung is already moving toward a wider, more book-like design, something that actually feels natural when you open it, and more importantly, usable when it's closed. Now, connect the dots for a second. If Samsung is already making the Fold wider and at the same time experimenting with trifold or multifold concepts, this could be the next logical step. Not just bigger screens, but better proportions, better usability, and a design that finally feels complete. There's also firmware leaks showing smoother transitions between outer and inner displays, animations that suggest seamless switching, and a layout that looks way more refined than anything before. And when multiple leaks, from patents to firmware to renders, all start pointing in the same direction, yeah, there's usually something real behind it. But let's keep it real for a second. This is still a patent. That means there's no guarantee this exact device ever launches. Companies test crazy ideas all the time, and most never leave the lab. And then there's the big question: price. Because even current foldables are already expensive. Now imagine adding more screens, more hinges, more complexity. This could easily push into a price range that most people won't even consider. So maybe this isn't the phone you'll buy next. Maybe this is Samsung showing just how far they're willing to go. And honestly, that might be even more exciting. Because foldables used to feel like experiments, something cool but not practical. But now, things are changing. Designs are improving, and leaks like this suggest we're getting closer to something that actually feels right. So, here's the real question for you. If Samsung actually launches a wider, multi-fold phone like this, would you go for it? Or is this netting way too crazy and expensive to make sense? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to see what you think. And if you're into the latest leaks, next-gen tech, and everything coming before it even launches, hit that subscribe button because trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next.